students, welcome to online classes. This is class 7, unit 6, The Unknown, section 3, The Listeners. This is a poem written by Walter de la Mare. So, this is a beautiful poem. So, let us start the poem. Is there anybody there? Said the traveler, knocking on the moonlit door. Here, the poet is talking about a man, and the poet called that man the traveler. He was knocking at the door, and his question was, is there anybody there? Anybody is there inside this house? Knocking on the moonlit door. And the traveler was knocking on the door at the moonlight, means at the night time. And his horse in the silence charmed the grasses of the forest ferny floor. And as he was a traveler who was traveling on the horse, so his horse was standing silently and eating the grass on the forest ferny floor. Here, ferny floor means grassy field, and champed means bit and chewed upon noisily. So he was chewing the grass. That sound was coming out because that was night. Here, champed means bit and chewed upon noisily. And a bird flew up out of the turret above the traveler's head. And bird was flying above the traveler's head. A turret means a small tower that projects from the wall of a building. Means a bird was flying over the tower. And he smote upon the door again a second time. Is there anybody there? He said. Again, second time he repeated the same question. But no one descended to the traveler, no head from the leafy fringed sill. Here, again, the poet raised the same question. He was thinking maybe anybody will see out from the window. So he looked up, but nobody was there. Leaned over and looked into his grey eyes, where he stood perplexed and still. He looked above with his grey eyes, and he was standing there perplexed means confused what to do. Still no voice is coming. Here smote means knocked loudly, and perplexed means confused. But only a host phantom listeners that dwelt in the lone house, then stood listening in the quiet of the moonlight, that to that voice from the world of men. Now the poet was thinking, in that house, no one is there, only the phantoms, means ghosts are there. They can only listen, they cannot speak. Stood listening in the quiet of the moonlight. Maybe the phantoms are listening quietly because they can't give the reply. And the phantoms were just listening and they were thinking the voice is coming from the world of men. Maybe any human being has arrived in that place. Stood thronging the faint moonbeams on the dark stair. Here, the poet is saying that the phantoms were just listening. And here, thronging means crowding. Here, full crowd of phantoms must be there. They are only listening, not giving the answer. They are standing on the stair, and that was the night time, so everywhere it was dark. That goes down to the empty hall, and that stairs, they were, where is the, where were the stairs moving? The stairs were going towards the hall. So all the phantoms were standing on the stairs there was crowd, but not a single phantom was giving the reply. Just they were hackneying in an air stirred and shaken. Here, hackneying means listening attentively. They were listening the voice of the traveler attentively, but not giving the reply. By the lonely traveler's call, and he felt in his heart their strangeness. Now, the traveler surprised. He was feeling it's very strange. I am calling again and again, and nobody is responding. Their stillness answering his cry. Then the traveler thought maybe their stillness, their quietness is only the reply of his cry. While his horse moved, cropping the dark turf. While his horse was moving from that dark forest, that thick forest, he thought like that. Neat and the star and leafy sky, for he suddenly smote on the door even louder and lifted his head. Now beneath the stars, why it is said? Because it is the night time, everywhere stars were there in the sky, and he was standing. And so beneath the stars and leafy sky, why the sky is leafy here? Because that forest was thick and that house was also covered with the trees. So he was standing beneath the stars and leafy sky, for he suddenly smote on the door even louder and lifted his head. So here smote means knocked. Again he knocked at the door more loudly and lifted his head. Again he lifted his head up. Maybe somebody will give the response. Till then I came and no one answered that I kept my word, he said. When he did not get any response, then he said loudly, tell them I came to their house, but nobody gave response. Nobody was replied his questions. So keep my words, he said. Who said? Traveler. Nevertheless, made the listeners, though every word he spake fell echoing through the shadowiness of the still house from the one man left awake. So he cried loudly, he banged the door loudly. Afterwards, he came back, and that time only the silence of the listeners were there, and the echoing sound from the man was there. Fell echoing through the shadowiness of the still house from the one man left awake as they heard his foot upon the stirred up. After the echoing sound, why the echoing sound came? Because the traveler shouted loudly, sorry. So that echo sound was there. After that also no response he got, and he came back to his horse as they heard his foot upon the stirrup. Here, stirrup means a loop or a ring hung from either side of a horse saddle to support the rider's feet. So, when the ghost heard that sound, that the man is again sitting on the back of horse. So, a stirrup, a loop or ring hung from either side of a horse saddle to support the rider's feet. So, as soon as they heard the sound that again the traveler is going back, as the sound of the iron on stone, when he put his step on that loop, the sound came, and how the silence surged softly backward when the plunging hoofs were gone. Here, plunging hooves means when we move, our footstep comes in the same way when the horse moves, that sound comes, that is called plunging hooves. So, as soon as they heard the traveler has gone back, then again there was silence, and without getting any answer, the traveler went back. So, this was the poem. Listeners, I think you must have understood the poem. Your hard word is surge, move like an advancing waves. So, thanks for watching. I think you must have understood the poem, the listeners. So, complete the worksheets and the task given by your teacher. Stay at home, stay safe.